Boy, on a Monday morning, can you believe this, right? This is amazing. This is amazing. Well, I want to thank you. It's a great place. You know, I have a lot of property here. I love North Carolina. And over by Lake Norman. Anybody ever hear of Lake Norman? Ooh. So you know what I have then. It's great. It's great. Great place. That's right. That's exactly right. You know. So it's always nice. I don't think too many of the other candidates employ a lot of people here, right? Just Trump. Just Trump. So I want to thank you all. You know, I just had a visitor backstage. NASCAR endorsed Trump. Can you believe that? And we love Brian France and the whole group at NASCAR. And we had Bill Elliott and Chase Elliott, the hot young driver. And we have right here, come here, Mark Martin, everybody. Come here.
Hey, guys. Donald Trump has my vote. Let's bring these greatly needed jobs back to this country and build that wall. Make America great again.
Those guts. Do those guys have guts? I tried it once, you know. I couldn't get that. I just couldn't press down on that accelerator very far. I might have gone up to about 85. That's about all. That takes, you know, it's a special talent. It's a special kind of courage, like everything else. You need it's a world, I guess, of specialization to an extent. But Mark, I want to thank you very much. Really an honor. And I have to tell you, and I want to thank NASCAR, and you know, Brian France was with us last week at a venue, and he got up on behalf of NASCAR, and Brian's an amazing guy. He's done some job, I'll tell you that. And for them to endorse me was really a very great honor. Thank you very much. So, a lot of things have been happening, and a lot of polls have come out, and the latest one, national poll, CNN, Trump 49, little Marco Rubio, you know, he's a no-show in the U.S. Senate. He never goes to vote. I'll tell you what, that guy, he couldn't be elected dog catcher in Florida. The people in Florida. I'm in you have Cruz at 15. You have Kasich at 6. And I just want to tell you, that's pretty good stuff, right? You know, one of the polls came out. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Beautiful. I love it. One of them only used like the ones where we're doing well, but we're doing well in most of them. So one of the polls just came out, and a number of them have just come out. One of the polls, you know, I only use like the ones where we're doing well, but we're doing well in most of them. So one of the polls just came out, and a number of them have just come out. I'm beating Hillary Clinton quite easily. Thank you. And honestly, we really haven't even started on her. We only had one little skirmish about a month ago. You remember that little skirmish, right? So I tell you what, yeah, put her in jail. Who said that? Who said that? And he means it. So we've been going around, and it's been amazing. We won New Hampshire. We won South Carolina. Oh, South Carolina. We love South Carolina, right? We love South Carolina. We won Nevada, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Vermont, Arkansas, Massachusetts. We're going to have, I think, a couple of good ones tomorrow, I hope. Let's see what happens, but we have some good ones. Michigan's going to be, look, I've been fighting hard for cars. Cars are going to be made in our country. We're going to be in our country. And we really have been. I mean, we've been fighting very, very hard for that industry. I've been to Michigan a lot, and I think we're going to do well there. And we have Idaho. We love Idaho potatoes, right? Who doesn't have potatoes from Idaho? And we have Mississippi, which I'm there a lot, actually. And what a great... Do we love Mississippi? Yes, right? So we have Hawaii. I have a big hotel in Hawaii. I employ a lot of people, and Hawaii is Hawaii. It's beautiful. So we have a lot of things coming up, and then the following week we go with Florida, and we go with Ohio and some others. It's going to be. Well, let me ask you most importantly, who's going to win North Carolina? Right? I think so. I think we're going to do great here. I mean, I think we're going to do great. Should we do the pledge? Should we do the pledge? Raise your hand. I swear I'm going to vote for Donald Trump next week. I swear. Right? Good. Oh, wow. Just with the people here, I think we win, right? So I want to just thank you all. I mean, really, to be here on a Monday like this, Monday morning, this is incredible. But I'll tell you what, our country, and somebody just shouted out about jobs, and they shouted it out to Mark. Thank you very much. Oh, we have a protester. We have a protester. We have a out. Be nice. Out. Get out of here. Get out. I thought it was too early for protesters. Get them out of here. See the way he puts up his hand, he puts out the wrong finger, and we're supposed to take it nowadays, folks, right? Now, he's allowed to do that, but we're not allowed to do what we want to do. You know, it's pretty tough. Pretty sad. Nasty. Some nasty people, disgusting people, actually. When he does that, I think it's disgusting. So, that's all right. So, our country has got a lot of problems. You see what's happening. You know, it's very interesting. I was driving in, and I see this big air conditioning system, which I know a lot about air conditioner. And I said, look, that's Carrier. You heard what happened with Carrier. And they're moving to Mexico. Ford, as you know, is putting a massive facility in Mexico. Now they're doubling up. They're going to do another one. Nabisco is moving their big plant from Chicago into Mexico. And I'm telling you, folks, I'm not going to let it happen anymore. This is ridiculous. We're not going to let it happen. All this free trade. You know what? It's free trade for them, not free trade for us. We're losing our shirts. And I think free trade's fine. But the leaders of these other countries, whether it's China, $500 billion a year trade deficit with China. What the hell good is that for us? Where does it help us? So you have China, you have Japan, where the cars come in by the hundreds of thousands. They pour off the boats. It's like Mark is driving the car. I've never seen, they come off, you wouldn't drive them. It's too reckless. They come off these boats going like 40 or 50 miles an hour. It's like the Long Island Turnpike or Long Island Expressway. They come pouring off the boats, one after another, and we send them like nothing. We send them nothing. And by comparison, nothing. We have to make smart deals. We can no longer, we're losing. You look at our deficits, you look at our budget, you look at what's going on with this country. We're losing our jobs, and the politicians don't tell you that. I actually think a lot of them don't know. Most of them that do know, they're controlled by special interests that own companies in other countries. They're even controlled by other countries. Countries have lobbyists also. They have lobbyists, they have their donors. It's absolutely crazy what's going on with our country. And, when you stand up and say, we're going to charge a tax, as an example, Carrier. So they announced 2 weeks ago, the guy standing is some management person. I don't think it was even the top guy. And he let 1,400 great people, and they had the cell phone going. Great people let go. And I said, boy, that's sad. I'm watching it on television. I'm saying, that's sad. Now, folks, I was really a good student at the greatest school, the Wharton School of Finance, and you don't have to go to Wharton. You don't have to go to school. How does it help us to have Carrier go to Mexico, make their air conditioning units in Mexico, let go all of these people, great jobs, they've been there for many, many years, they're great people, beautiful units outside, great people, great stuff. I'm not buying it anymore. I'm not buying Carrier anymore. So they go to Mexico, and by the way, some countries that have pride, they don't buy like products if they're made in America. They want them built in their country, made. Remember we used to have made in the USA, right? When was the last time you've seen it? You don't see that anymore. So with Carrier, they're going to leave and they're going to take their 1,400 jobs and go on unemployment. They weren't even nice to the people. Actually, I didn't think. So they're going to build a big plant. And I will tell you what. The politicians will never do this because there's always a lobbyist to take care of a politician. They have lobbyists where they virtually advertise, I'll take care of Rubio. They have guys that specialize in Rubio. They have guys that specialize in lying Ted Cruz. Okay? No, they specialize. You know, Ted Cruz, he comes in Bible high, puts the Bible down, then lies to you. He told you, I mean, it's unbelievable. I never met, I thought real estate people were tough and real estate people in Manhattan were tough. And in many ways they are tough. They're tougher. But nope, I've never seen lying like goes on in politics. So here's what happens. We call up Carrier. I want to do it myself. They always say you have to act presidential. Somehow it's not presidential for the president of the United States to call up some guy, a Carrier. This is the president of the United States. Who cares if it's presidential in the sense? Look, or one of my people, we have the best business people in the world in the United States. We don't use them for trade deals. We don't use them. We use political hacks. We use people that couldn't care less. We use people that just contributed to get the job. And all of these people, they make the worst deals. We don't have good deals with it. We don't have good anything. When was the last time we won anything in this country? We don't win anymore. Do we win in this country? Seriously, think about it. When was the last time we had a victory? We lose with ISIS. We lose with war. We lose with trade. We have lousy health care where it's going up 35, 45, 50%. This stupid Obamacare, which we're going to repeal and replace. You look at education. They want to educate your kids in Washington. They want them to come Washington. I want the kids educated from North Carolina. That's where you want them educated. You have Common Core. We're going to repeal and we're going to get rid of Common Core. A total waste. In 30 countries, we're number 30th in the world. 30. So out of 30 countries, we're number 30 in the world, and we're number 1 in cost per pupil by far. Now, in a campaign, Mark would like this because he's a very frugal person, I hear. He doesn't spend anything. So he'd like this. In a campaign, I've spent the least money, and I'm by far number 1. Isn't that nice? Seriously. Wouldn't that be nice? So I've spent the least. In New Hampshire, I won. I love the people of New Hampshire. They have a tremendous problem with heroin. And I said, I'm going to solve that problem because we're going to build that wall, and that wall's going to happen, and we're going to stop. But, we're going to do so many things, folks. We're going to do. How about when Mark gets up and he takes my best line? He says, we're going to build that wall. I love that. Right? But in New Hampshire, they have a tremendous drug problem, and you wouldn't see it. And we have so many problems. And I told the people of New Hampshire, they gave me a resounding victory, tremendous victory. And I told them, I said, we're going to solve your problem. They have a tremendous heroin problem. And it comes across the border like candy. And I said, I'm going to solve that. Then we're going to try and help your people because there's so many people that are so severely addicted, young people mostly, but people, a lot of people. And we're going to help to get rid of this curse because this is a curse that's pouring into the United States, coming mostly from the southern border. And if you never start it, you never get addicted. It's when you start it, it's very, very addictive, highly addictive. People dying all the time. And it's strange because you go to New Hampshire, it's so beautiful. It's like this. It's so beautiful. And you drive down these gorgeous roads with the beautiful trees and everything's so beautiful. And then you meet with a group of people And I say, so what's your biggest problem? They go, heroin. I say, heroin? You know, it just doesn't seem to make sense. But it is. It's a big problem. And it's a big problem in the country. The drug problem is a big problem in the country. We're going to get rid of that problem, a large part of that problem. We're going to get rid of a large part of that problem, and we're going to bring you back to good lives again, because this is crazy. This is crazy, you know? But think about it. Where does our country win? So here's the story. We're going to go, and I'm going to finish up with what I'm telling you because it's so easy. We're going to start with trade.